Hi, welcome to this week's edition of Turkey Talk Radio, brought to you by the fine folks out at Rupert's Roost and Peace Turkey Calls, Game Hide, Flex Fletch Products, Itasca Footwear, and all those other fine folks that help us do this each and every week. Thanks to everybody that's listening on the Outdoor Call Radio app. Thank you for everybody watching us on Facebook Live. We got a good show. We're going to be talking with Chris from Knox County Whitetails. I'm also going to tell you a little bit about some striker information and some of that stuff, and then we'll have a special deal when we get done with the show. Let me go ahead and see if I can get my guest on here, and hopefully I still have his number right here, so I'm going to dial him up. One ringy-dingy. Ooh, look at that. Woo! Over and under. Look at that. Isn't that a beautiful call right there? And I called and told him I'd be calling at 5. Hello, Chris. It's Outdoors Dan. You're live on the air. How are you doing, buddy? Yeah, can you hear me okay? All right. What's going on with you? Folks, this is Chris Allison. He is one of the owners. Well, it was him and his beautiful family own Knox County Whitetails. And down there in Missouri, I think is it Knox County Whitetails or Slim Knox County Tails? Well, see, there you go. See, sometimes I say Slim, sometimes I say Knox. So, yeah. Are you okay? Did I wake you up? Sound like you're napping. you just you you mean why didn't you just take the call inside the cab of the tractor? Oh, is it? You got the tractor still running? Well, there you go. All right, that's exciting. Hey, Jerry Hall. Hey, Tony. Good to see you on Facebook Live. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. Chris, I got to tell you, man, we're almost turkey season. It's the 20th of March, and I'm excited about it as much as you are. You're going to have a bunch of guests coming into Missouri, and I'm from Missouri, and I moved up to Iowa 23 years ago, but I still miss chasing them on them rolling hills down there. And where I grew up, we had rolling hills. It's a little more flatter where you're at, but you get out on them oak ridges and stuff, man. You can really hear some thunder. What's the forecast in Missouri this year, Chris? Uh huh. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Here, hang on. They said they can't hear that, so let me go ahead and let me see if I can get that going. Check one. Say something, Chris.
Can you hear me now?
All right. Let me see. Hang on. I tell you, I got 4 different setups. Let me just make sure they should be able to hear you now, unless I don't have that plugged in, which I should have that plugged in. Go ahead and, Chris, talk to me for a minute.
Can you hear me now, Dan?
Keep talking.
We are ready for turkey season here, brother. Can you hear me?
Yeah, they can hear you now. Is that better, guys? Give me a thumbs up if you can hear him on Facebook now. So, sorry about that. I thought I had the mic up, but all right. So, Chris, tell everybody where Slim Knox County Whitetails is.
We are located in La Plata, Missouri, just east of La Plata. We're right on the Knox County and Adair County line, but we have land in 8 northeast counties here.
Yeah. And you said that back to 2010 and 2020 or whatever, the eight there, now they can hear you. 1980s was really when Missouri was just well known for being rich with long beards. I mean, and Iowa and some of the other Midwestern states are good, but a lot of things have changed since the 1980s. And we'll start. And when I say this, I'm not saying anything negative towards farming, because God bless all of my farmers. I love the farmers. But farming practices have changed. We don't have a lot of the fence rows or row crops road ditches and stuff that we used to. I mean, farmers they're getting the most out of the acreage that they can for planting and harvesting, and that did change some of the habitat and some of the different things that we have to deal with game birds.
Right, it sure did, and you know, with what farming costs now, they have to make every acre count, I guess is what I'm trying to say, and it's a catch-22 when you're dealing with wildlife and everything else, you know.
Yeah, as far as I've seen, the forecast looks really good in Missouri. Iowa looks pretty good. I had Jim Coffey on the other day, and he said we had a really good hatch, and we didn't have much of a winter mortality, so that's good. And I know you and I and your wife and Larry and Ryan and Josh and Grant, we should all be at Triple H. Philip Vanderpool, we should all be at Triple H here in about 10 days, so we'll be chasing them down to Kansas, and Donovan's area had a good hatch too.
Yes, I'm very excited about that. My wife, we were going to try to do her Grand Slam last year in 1 year, and we got her Osceola and her Eastern, but it didn't work out for the Rio or Merriam, so we're gonna try to check those two off the list this year.
No, that's all right. You know, you can keep the. Hey Hoyt, how you doing, buddy? I got one Osceola under my belt when I got my Grand Slam, Chris, and that's probably the only one I'll get because I just would rather go chase a Merriam or Rio or an Eastern, to be honest with you.
Right.
Yeah, nothing against my Florida friends down there. It just them birds. They everything's in the swamps trying to eat them, and they just don't gobble like I'm used to hearing. So, hey.
Right.
Hey, what do you when someone comes out there? I mean, say like they're just getting into turkey hunting, or you know they've never been on a guided or an outfitting hunt with what can they expect? I mean, you guys, what do you put into that hunt before they even get there?
Well, we are, you know, as of right now, we're already out on farms in the afternoons and mornings, just trying to locate birds, roost birds, and figure out what they're doing, where they're going. You know, it's a whole lot easier to call a bird if you know where he starts and where he's going to end up.
Yeah.
You know, so we try to figure out, pattern our birds the best we can. And then, you know, when they come into camp, let's say they're going to hunt on a Saturday, they'll come in at 3 o'clock on Friday. We have a meal, and we're going to go roost birds, and then we're going to try to be set up for that next morning. And it's a really important every turkey hunter is different, you know. For beginners, they're probably going to go by our lead and do kind of what we do, you know. And there's some turkey hunters that come in that all they want you to do is show a farm, put them on onyx, make sure they're in the boundaries, tell them where they're roosted, and they want to do their own thing. So it happens both ways. Well, it's fully guided, or we just take you out, show you where the birds are, and let you do your own thing. It's really important to what your experience level is and what you're wanting out of the hunt.
Yeah, absolutely. No, that's awesome. I kind of like that. You know, what's your favorite setup on a bird? I bow hunt everything, and I know you guys do a lot of archery. And tell me your wife's name again.
Annette.
Annette, thank you. I don't know why
Yes.
I always want to call her Lynette, but I know that's not right. It's Annette.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know why I always want to put the ly on there, but you know, I know Annette was using crossbow, right?
Yes, she used a crossbow last year at Donovan's.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So, what's your favorite setup for turkeys? I mean, do you like gun hunting more? Do you like archery more? What's your favorite?
I love to archery hunt anything, but I do gun hunt some for turkeys, but my favorite's archery for sure. And you know, we try to do it out of ground blinds, and you know how it is here where we're at. We're big farm country, so we're doing little edges and little points, and sometimes little roads inside of you know, a little draw out to a field. We try to set up on them, and those setups, but we have ground blinds, and then we've got a new little blind. It's called I don't know if you've ever seen one, but it's called a nukem. It looks like one half of a tent.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, they're neat. But I'll just tell you, have you used those yet?
I have, yes. I'm good friends with Pat, the owner of
it.
So.
Yeah. Pat sent me one of those, and they're really nice. But boy, I tell you what, you make sure if it's windy, folks, you need to make sure it's secured down because they do fly. It's like having a hang glider on you.
It is for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
So, you know, real quickly, you know, I don't know about you, Chris, but man, 410s are really picking up popularity. You know, the 20 gauge with that new TSS shot, the 20 gauge was just off the charts. Now it's the 410 range. Have you noticed that?
Oh yeah, with the new technologies of the chokes and the TSS, probably more than ever before. 410s are taking off, and I've tested them. I'm kind of a conspiracy theorist, if you want to call it, or whatever. But I bought one. I put an Indian Creek in the end of it, and it is unbelievable. I mean, at 40 yards, it's like a 12 gauge was 15 years ago. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, I'm telling you. Hang on here, Page County, Virginia, prayers. Most of our mountains are on fire. Hoyt said, everybody please keep them in your prayers. Hoyt, we will do that. We'll keep you definitely on our prayers. I'm sorry to hear you guys are having wildfires out in that area. That's not good. High winds and not good at all. So everybody keep a kind thought for Page County, Virginia. So there you go. No, I'm just telling you what, they're reaching out there 40, 50 yards with those 410s. It's crazy. I never in my life would have thought a 410 would be that effective that far out on turkeys.
Oh, I know. It is crazy. My wife just won a new 28 gauge at a turkey banquet.
Yeah.
At the NW Derby, and I just shot it yesterday with the TSS, and it is unbelievable.
Yeah, I know Philip likes them. That CVA, isn't that a CVA 410 he's got?
It is a CVA 410 Scout, yes.
Yeah, I thought that's what it was. I know he really, really likes it. So, well, yeah, I mean, hey, blinds, let's go back to that real quick. If you got a young hunter with you, or if you got a couple people you're going to take, a hub-style blind's great. If you're out there running and gunning, that Nukem blind that you were talking about, I would get the bigger one if you're trying to film. It's a great blind to set up. Just make sure you take some of those rubber cords with you that you can tie stuff down with, and you can tie. I keep several of those. You know what I'm talking about, Chris? Those rubber tie downs.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, I keep like 3 or 4 of those in my backpack mollies at all time. But I took the top and the two sides, and I would secure that down. But yeah, that covers you really good up for your videography, and you can shoot through the window, or you can shoot to the side if you put your decoys off to the left-hand side. And that thing is so light, you don't have to worry about packing a big old blind around. You can just roll that up and go. So that's another good option for folks to try too. Or like Larry and Philip, they just sit out and lay out blinds and shoot them in the middle of nowhere.
Right, Larry's just out there in the open getting it done.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
Yeah, yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. I'm looking forward to that. Hey, I'm gonna take a real quick break. You hang on, and when we come back, we're gonna talk a little bit about strikers. Can we do that?
Absolutely.
All right, let me get back here and check this. We're visiting with Chris out at Slim Knox County Whitetails, and I will be right back after these fine words from these sponsors.
That big buck has eluded you for seasons. You see his scrape line, but just can't figure him out. Have you heard of Pure Whitetail? Pure Whitetail can help you see more deer and target that buck that haunts you. Pure Whitetail has some of the best deer scents you can rely on to work scrape lines or build mock scrapes that will help you.
What's up, everybody?
Pure Whitetail's natural and synthetic products are developed straight off their farm. Scents like Bedded Up, Fixation, and Power Shot, to name a few. Scents are available in powder and liquid form to last longer on hanging branches or scrapes. Try the White Lightning Estrus scent. It's a proven scent that bucks can't resist. Pure Whitetail is more than scents. It's a community of hunters that are family. Just go to purewhitetail.com and check out all they have to offer. Scents, hunting gear, seed, grilling sauces, coffee, apparel, field staff opportunities, and family. Want to be more successful in the field? Go to purewhitetail.com or look them up on Facebook. If you love to hunt, join the Pure Whitetail family today.
You're listening to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN.
If you're an archer, you know how important the feel and performance of a bow is on your ability to send that arrow to where it needs to go. Not all bows are made the same, and that's especially true when it comes to gearhead. Gearhead bows are made in the USA and feature models that are compact, quiet, and lightweight. These bows maneuver extremely well, whether you're in the tree stand or the ground.
Hi, Lindsay.
If you're a saddle hunter, Gearhead is definitely
Hey, Patrick.
you need to check out. Gearhead
Tell
bows
Mike hi,
continue
Terry.
to be ahead of the game on the newest tech available out there. Gearhead shoots for 100% customer satisfaction every day. They are constantly looking at ways to keep Gearhead bows quiet, deadly accurate, and affordable. So when you're looking for your next hunting partner, head over to your nearest dealer like Archery Field and Sports in Altoona, Iowa, or go online to www.gearheadarchery.com. Stack the deck on your next hunt with Gearhead. Shop online at gearheadarchery.com or locally at Archery Field and Sports in Altoona.
OnX Hunt helps hunters be more successful in the field each season, with maps of all public and private land and a fully functional GPS without service. The app, trusted by over 6 million users, has just released a bunch
All right,
of
last
features
one,
to help
everybody.
you on your next hunt. New aerial imagery options like leaf off, recent imagery updated every 2 weeks with historic look back, and imagery on demand. On top of that,
Hey, Todd.
OnX is reinventing the trail camera market by syncing your hunt app with multiple cell camera manufacturers.
Yeah, I saw that,
to
Tony.
organize and analyze your photos. You can also now view your maps in Dash when driving to your next hunting location. These are just a few of the many updates OnX has for this hunting season. Try OnX Hunt free for 7 days or go to onxmaps.com/hunt and use code X for 20% off your new OnX Hunt membership. Try OnX Hunt free for 7 days or go to onxmaps.com/hunt and use code X for 20% off your new OnX Hunt membership.
All right, welcome back to Turkey Talk Radio with Outdoors Dan on the Outdoor Call Radio Network. Hope everyone's having a great Wednesday all across the good old USA. This is my buddy Chris from Slim Knox County Whitetails. You still there, my friend?
Yes, sir.
All right, so I told everybody I did a little preview video today, and I wanted to talk a little bit about strikers because I got a lot of. I'm sure you probably get this as much as I do. I get a lot of questions about turkey calls, strikers, and all this other stuff. What do I need? What do I have to buy? What can I get away with not having? And Chris, with this economy, a lot of folks are on a budget. So for them to go out and buy 4 or 5 different calls, like a friction call, like I got a Rupert's Roost and Peace turkey call. I got a little slate here in my hand. They can't do that. Well, here's the thing. A lot of folks that are just starting out, if you go invest and get yourself four or 5 different strikers, get you some rosewood, get you some cedar, get you some a carbon. There's different materials. I can't think of the other ones. Cherry wood. Every striker is on the same call will either give you a different pitch or sound. So what you're doing is you're sounding like a totally different hen. And that way you can never, like right here, I've got my glass Rupert's Roost and Peace that I carry. If it's moist out in the morning, if it's damp, we got any moisture, I run the glass with a carbon striker because the moisture won't affect it. If it's dry, I like using my slate because I can do more subtle, soft contentment calls with a slate more than I can with a glass. That's just me though. But you can you don't have to carry a bunch of different calls. You can carry 1 or 2 with you and several strikers, and you got where you need to be, Chris.
100%. You can take a yellow heart, purple heart, hickory, or cedar, and work that same call on the edges of the call to the center of the call, and it's like having 15 calls in your pocket.
Yeah, which is nice, and it's amazing because we've been doing this for a long time. This is my 33rd year hunting, I think. So I've forgotten more and I'll remember now, but it's just I'm always learning, and that's the thing that keeps me going every year, whether I'm fishing or hunting or just being in camp. I like to listen to stories and listen to people talk about their successes, and you can always pick up another tip. That's the good thing about being in the outdoors. There's always something more to learn.
Absolutely. That's the reason I love to travel and go to other camps, because when I go to another camp, I watch the other outfitter or watch the other hunters, and I always pick up on something that I use every day.
Yeah.
And it's
do you have a favorite striker you like to use?
I do with each different kind of call. I have aluminum, I have copper, I have glass, I have slate. With a slate call, I really like hickory.
Mm-hmm.
I seem to get really good performance out of that. On my aluminum call that I use, I love purple heart. That's just what I choose. It's just got the pitch that I'm looking for. But that's what I like.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I tell you, the best advice I can give you if you're at Donovan's or Chris's is just stay out of the way of from Philip Vanderpool if there's biscuits and gravy on the buffet, because you don't want to get anywhere between Philip and the biscuits and gravy. It's a dangerous place to be.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That is dangerous ground.
It's hard to believe, but that little hobbit can be dangerous when there's food involved. That's all I'm saying.
Exactly.
Hey, NBH, good to see you, buddy. Thank you. Mike, good to see you. Thank you for listening tonight. I appreciate you doing that. Well, what's your favorite recipe for wild turkey? I still think stripped out breasts is my favorite, and that's just because when I first started being successful turkey hunting, my kids were young. It took me a while. It took me 3 or 4 years to actually being able to get them to call in and get them in the bow range and start getting some tags filled. I think
Right.
that's why I enjoy hunting them so much. It's payback still. But
Right.
I still love, some buttermilk and some flour and roll that in there, some cookies flavor enhancer, or put it in an egg wash, put it back in that flour and buttermilk, and then throwing them in a deep fryer. Boy, that's still one of my favorite things to do there, Chris.
That's by far my favorite. I chunk them up, I roll them in some seasoning, put them in the flour, and then deep fry them, and that's my favorite way for turkey.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, and baked turkey's good, grilled turkey's good. Somebody told me to try turkey sausage. Have you ever made wild turkey sausage?
I have not.
Yeah,
No, sir.
I might have to try that. They said it's delicious.
It probably would be.
Yeah.
I don't know how it couldn't be.
Yeah. Well, listen, we're going to be giving away. It's a 3-day hunt, right, for turkeys.
Yes.
We're going to be giving away a 3-day hunt this year to Slim Knox County Whitetails with Chris and Annette and all the gang down there. And I kind of changed it up a little bit because I had some people that were wanting to do shotguns, some wanting to do bows. We were going to do it where you sent me a little 30-second clip of your hunt. And I said, I'm gonna change that up before we start the contest. I'm gonna do it where I'm gonna give 1 to 10 people a 1 in 10 chance to buy. Go down to Archery Field and Sports, get a gearhead bow. You get a gearhead bow, you got a 1 in 10 chance of going in there and getting. Yeah, Chris, how much is that? $1,600? You say?
That hunt is $1,350 for 3 days.
Okay, that's a great deal. $1,350 turkey hunt down there with your food, and you guys got some tremendous food because Philip Vanderpool wouldn't be living there for 3 months if it wasn't good food.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you laugh. I don't know how you can. I don't know how you afford to feed him, Chris.
Well, when you're feeding this many, you just kind of hover him in, and it doesn't really. You don't even notice it that the food costs. So
That's all right. I tell Connie and Donovan the same thing down in Kansas. So
it's going to be a little cheaper this year because actually Missouri changed it up where we can hunt all day this year. So used to he would come in at 1 o'clock and eat the rest of the day, but now he'll be hunting till dark.
Yes.
So
send him out with a can of Spam and a fork and tell him that's all you get. Hey, Scotty Mueller down there in Oklahoma. Good to see you. Hi, Chris All in Ohio. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you. So, but no, whoever wins this is going to be great. I'm also going to first 4 people to go to Archery Field and Sports in Altoona, Iowa, and talk to Mark and get you a gearhead bow. The first 4, not only are you going to be eligible for that chance of winning that contest, but you got I'm going to give the first 4 people a Tacticam X Pro trail camera. That's like $140, $150 trail cam. So I'm really trying to get this thing going with Gearhead, get people who have them bows in their hands, and you're going to love them. I love mine. I can't wait to start thumping turkeys. And Chris, I want to thank you for partnering with me on that. You guys are awesome, and I know whoever goes down there and wins that is going to have just a great hunt down there.
Oh, we're going to have a great time for sure. So we're looking forward to it.
Yeah,
we look forward to this time of year every year. This is probably our favorite. We're big whitetail. We love big whitetails, but it seems like turkey season is less stressful on Annette and I because we have less people, and it's just a lot of fun for us. We love it.
Well, here's the thing, too. We're going to be giving away, thanks to you guys, we're going to be giving away a whitetail hunt down there for next year, too. So I'm going to have more details about that after turkey season. So you want to listen to that. Hey, and if you're outside of Iowa and you want to take a part in this, you don't have to be in Iowa. You just need to call Mark at Archery Field and Sports. Look them up on Facebook. You can message me for the phone number. Long as I know that you ordered the bow, you received a bow, and I'll make sure that you get into the contest and you get your camera and everything. But this is going to be a lot of fun. I actually had somebody from Georgia message me yesterday, so I'm excited about that. You know what I love about them? You and I are both not little guys. And that 30-inch axle to axle, you can sit on your butt if you're sitting on the ground turkey hunting. and draw that bow and not have to worry about your cam hitting the floor or the forest, the timber. And man, I tell you what, you don't have a lot of movement there, Chris. That's pretty cool.
Absolutely. Anything you can do with less movement is, helps you for sure when you're in the turkey woods.
Yeah. Hey, if someone wants more information about Slim Knox County Whitetails, or if they want to talk to you or Annette about booking a hunt or have questions, what's the best way for them to get a hold of you?
They can email me at chris@knoxcountywhitetails.com. They can go to knoxcountywhitetails.com for more information that way, or they can pick up the phone and call me at 828-231-9364.
And if you go on Facebook and look them up, Slim Knox County Whitetails, Chris's phone number is right there on the info page too, right, Chris?
Absolutely, yes, sir.
Yeah, so there's always a way to get a hold of them. So, hey, buddy, I want to thank you. I'm going to let you go hop back in the tractor, and I look forward to seeing you in Kansas in about 10 days.
Yes, sir. We're looking forward to it. If you need anything from us, Stan, we're a phone call away, brother.
No, I just keep Philip away from me. If you could do that, that'd be awesome. I just want to keep my hands.
I'll do what I can.
Last year, Connie made those breakfast burritos, and I reached out there, and next thing I know, I had them Arkansas choppers going. I almost lost a finger. It wasn't good.
Yeah, that happens.
Oh, it does. It does, that little guy. Hey, you be good, Chris. Thanks for everything, buddy. I appreciate you.
Thank you, sir. Have a blessed day.
You too. There he goes, Chris at Slim Knox County Whitetails. Fine feller right there. All right. So we got a lot to talk about. After the show, if you're watching on Facebook, you're going to want to go to the app after the show but when I sign off, because I got something I'm going to do there. I need to tell you about the outdoor day at the Iowa Cubs. It's going to be May 10th. That's a Friday night. We're going to be celebrating the outdoors. The Iowa Department of Natural Resources is going to be there. They're going to hand out dry bags for the first 1,000 fans that come out, 500 red, 500 blue. I'll be hopping on the dugout in the 8th inning. I'll have a Grizzly 75-quart Grizzly cooler, a $500 Outdoors Dan prize pack. And I got something else I got to give away. I gotta figure out what that is. I know I got it. I got it somewhere, but I know I told Andrew Quillen already. It's pretty bad when you forget what you're giving away. But I got 3 nice things that we're giving away from the Outdoor Call Radio at the game. So tickets are available. It's a 7:08 game start. Gates open at 6 o'clock. Andrew and I will have our booth right by the main gate. Come out and say hi. I'll have a chance for people to download the Outdoor Call Radio app and right there, and we'll have some thank yous for that. And go check that out. We're going to have a lot of fun with that. Also, the DNR will be giving away 10 life jackets via the Iowa Cubs social media for that. Tickets are $11 and $4 each ticket. A sale will go help the Iowa Hunter Education Instructor Association. So that's a pretty neat deal. March 30th, we got the big Midwest Walleye Challenge. That is going to be coming up March 30th. That's going to start. If you're not familiar with that is, if you go to your phone and you go and you just download the MyCatch app, I'm going to show you. I got it downloaded on my phone right there. See where it says MyCatch right there? I'm showing everybody on Facebook. So what this does is there's like 12 or 13 states across the Midwest and 2 provinces in Canada that are actually going to have, every 2 weeks they're going to have a new tournament going on. You can sign up for this, and it's $25 to sign up for a tournament. Now you can get the app and sign up for a tournament and not be charged $25. You can just win prizes, which is great too. $25, if you pay that, you got a chance of winning not only cash prizes, but great gear as well. What's really cool about this is every time you catch a walleye, what you'll do is you'll have a bump board, and you measure the length of the walleye, and you upload a picture to the MyCatch app, and that's going to give those biologists all the analytical data about the fishery that you're fishing. That's why they're doing this, to get as much analytical data on our walleye fisheries here in Iowa, in Missouri, Illinois, Ohio, Kansas, Nebraska, South Dakota, North Dakota, Minnesota, Wisconsin. I think Ohio is in this now. They're going to do this. They've been doing this in Iowa for 2 years, and it's been just a super successful program. And this is a great way Hello, Mr. Young, you handsome old. Thank you, Todd Rupert, everybody. Todd Rupert's in the house, everybody. This is a great way to get out fishing and help our fisheries biologists get some really important analytical data about walleye. So go download that MyCatch app, and I'll walk you through that every week. Because here's the thing: if you go fishing and you don't catch anything, you can actually upload that as well, and you still might win some prizes. Now, I'm going to be taking advantage of that a lot because I get skunked a lot. So that's actually going to be pretty cool, huh? So there you go. Man, we're out of here already. I can't believe that. Hey, Chris Hall. There you go. All right, go check them out. Rupert's Roost and Peace Turkey Calls. I got a slate call. I'm going to give one of these away on Saturday on the Saturday show. Here's my slate call. It's one of my favorites. The thing about Rupert's, Todd matches a striker to each individual call when he makes them. So when you get a striker, make sure you call one. You put a little C1 on your striker so you always know what striker goes with which call. You're going to be amazed how well this man makes turkey calls in Pennsylvania, and we're proud to have him as a partner. All right, I'm going to get out of here. If you're on the if you get a chance, if you've downloaded the app, you might want to migrate over there right now. I'm going to say goodbye to my Facebook, everybody. Thanks everybody for coming on. We'll be back at 7 o'clock for Unknown Files. We're going to be talking to a lady in Oklahoma that said when she was little, she had a juvenile Bigfoot approach her. And she's got to hang out with some Bigfoot ever since. So her name is Arla. She's really a nice lady, and it's going to be a fun show tonight. So I'll see you at 7 for Unknown Files. Until then, God bless you. I'm going to say goodnight to my Facebook audience.